every time. Hi. We are live at 1 o'clock Costa Rica time, 12 noon Pacific, and it's 3 o'clock on the East Coast. Welcome to Walking the Path. I'm so grateful that you're here. My name is John Jacob Mubarak, and I am greatly privileged to have the opportunity to speak with you today and to share with you. I'm so grateful that you're here. We are having an amazing week at Rhythmia. Amazing week. We have such beautiful people here this week. Natalie Ledwell is here as our guest speaker from Mind Movies. You might know her. Really tremendous individual who has brought so much to the world. I'm so grateful that she's here as our guest speaker. And we're having such wonderful healing, such wonderful awakenings. It's so amazing to be a part of this. So I want to encourage you to come down and master the merger. Right? That's what this is all about. It's about mastery, mastering a new part of your life, living from a whole and complete place. And this actually speaks right into our topic of today. So I want to thank you. Oh, let me get on the chat, you guys. I'm going to overlay the chat here so we can see as folks.
If you overlay Instagram.
Oh, I'm not going to overlay the chat. Sorry. Thank you. So, hey, Chris. Be vegan here and now, be active here and now, be just here and now, whatever it is for you. Thank you, Chris. Glad that you're here. So, all right. Be here, be now. Be here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. That is the topic. Hello, Mia. Great to see you. Mia, great to see you. Big loves, Miriam. So great that you're grateful that you're here. And Mia, thank you for being here. Keep sending in those shout outs so I can know that you're here with us, and I appreciate you. So what is the topic today? It's something that we all know, right? Be here, be here, right? Be in the present moment. We've heard that. Be present, be in the present moment. What does it mean? Be here, right now is really you without your story, right? To be in the present moment, we have to be clear of the story that we have about ourselves. And I know for myself, the story that I get caught up in the moment is typically something about what I'm going through. So I'm super busy, right? I've got so much to do. And then I get caught up in the story about all the stuff that I have to do. And people ask me, how you doing? And I find it like, I want to share with them how, like, you don't know how busy I am. Let me tell you. Right? And I start to get into this story of how busy I am, which perpetuates this sense that I'm kind of losing control or that I'm not on top of things. And then I get unsettled, and then I have anxiety. And all of this is happening because of this story that I have about the present moment. And each time I tell that story, every time I tell that story, I'm removing myself into some fantasy of the future, or some nostalgia for the past, but wherever it is, I'm not right here. Hey, Leslie Kifik, my Lebanese sister. And so the invitation is to be in the present without the story. How do we do that, right? That's the question. How do we do that? Well, the first spiritual principle is it's all happening now, that there is no time in the eternal. There's no time in the quantum field. Eternal is not a bunch of time put together. When I was a little kid, I used to be like, eternal, wow. That's like for eternity, right? For eternity, like a bunch of time put together. That's not it. The eternal is timeless. It's outside of time, outside of the concept of time and space, right? This is the nature of the divine. And because the physical world is an expression of the divine. The first law of thermodynamics, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but transferred or conveyed into various forms. So there's one energy, many expressions of it. One energy, many forms. So all the forms of the material world, all the visible, formed, and real, touching, feeling things, right, of the real world are an expression of the invisible world. It's like, think of a spectrum. There's red, the color red, right? So there's the visible spectrum of red, but then there's infrared and ultra red, and, it moves all these non-visible aspects of red, but it's all red and it's all on a continuum. So if you think about us as a physical being, or the material world as a physical expression, we are a physical expression of the non-physical. a form of the formless, visible of the invisible, right? And so how can we say it's all happening now? Well, everything that we see in life that has this duality, this life and death cycle, tends to take that expression in this form, but it's part of that eternal timeless. So we can actually see the timeless in the material. For example, the rosebud. If you look at the rosebud, right, it's at a certain point in its evolution. There was something before the bud and there'll be something after the bud, but all of it is contained in this present moment. It's a spectrum from the seed that grew into the rose plant, the rose bush, and the bush that had the bloom, and the bloom that ended up the bud that ended up becoming a blossom, and the blossom that faded away and died and fell off, and another one came. All of that is happening now. It's all within the divine blueprint. The same with the seed. The divine blueprint of the oak tree is in the acorn. And so it's all within. So another way to think about it's all happening now is that the potentiality of the future exists only in the present moment. And in this way, we actually have more power, more agency in our ability to co-create along with this eternal stream of life. Life is always expressing itself in the now, in the moment. And we catch it in these glimpses. The rosebud, oh, there's one particular part of that glimpse of that moment, but it's a continuum. And so we're catching it. And now we catch it. And now I can participate with the blooming of my own unfolding. Because when I'm in the story, when I'm me with my story about what's going on, I'm not participating in the unfolding. In fact, I am participating in the unfolding, but I'm moving it in the direction of my story about how busy I am and how much I have to do and how overloaded and how right? And then I start to feel that way. But in the now moment, take that example. In the now moment, I'm going to be me without my story. How am I doing? I'm fine. I'm not bypassing, but right now I'm okay. Yes, I got a lot of stuff going on, but right now I'm okay. Right this moment. And now as I start to engender a sense of I'm okay right now, right here, right now, I'm okay. Now I'm changing my whole vibratory frequency. I'm changing my whole address. My whole spiritual address gets changed when I leave the story and I come into the realization that right this second, I'm okay. I'm all right. Right now, all my needs are met. Right now, I have everything I need. Right now, I'm all right. Right now, I've got everything right where it should be. Now, in a few moments, there might be the next thing to do, but right now I'm okay. When I anchor into right here, right now, I'm okay. All is well. All is well right now. Now I've entered into the eternal now. What I mean by that is the potentiality of what's unfolding. And instead of driving my story driving my experience by my story, now I'm creating my experience moment by moment. All my needs are met. I'm okay. Everything is fine. All is well. I have everything I need. I need everything I have right now, right here. This is how we build a consciousness of all is well. And we create that story. And now we are co-creating with the eternal flow of goodness. We have some agency over our experience. You know, there was I'm kind of a nerd. I like Star Trek. And I was watching Next Generation, right? Like from the 90s. Yeah, I was watching that. And there was this episode where Wesley Crusher, right? If you remember the young ensign, had an experiment, a quantum experiment, and he created a quantum bubble. And his mom, the doctor, got caught in the quantum bubble, and she was stuck in this loop, and everybody else was outside the quantum bubble. So she wasn't with them, but she was in her own world, and little by little, like what she was remembering at the time that the quantum bubble happened, that was the extent of that reality. She was literally creating her own reality. She was alive in that quantum bubble as long as she believed she was alive. And the minute she realized that she was outside of the space-time continuum and in her own bubble, the universe started shrinking. It started collapsing on itself. This is a great example of how much power we have, how much our thoughts and our thinking and our feeling, more importantly, our feeling, creates our reality. And so I love that example. So how do we access the eternal now? We must bring awareness to it. This is the key right here, right now, is being aware that I'm in this now moment, and that that through the access to the through being here now in the present moment, I get access to the eternal now. The eternal now is the realm of infinite potential and infinite possibility. And so by anchoring myself here in this moment, I am opening up gently to what's so, me without the story. I can't control what's happening in the external world, but what I can do is respond instead of react. So when I'm reacting to the external world, I'm getting caught up in the story. When I am responding, I have the ability to create my experience, right? Because I am opening up gently to what's so. Opening up gently to what's so is the only true way of improving. This is the irony of self-help, right? Because self-help, self-improvement is predicated on the fact that there's something to improve, right? There's something wrong. Essentially, we're saying there's something wrong. Who I am right now isn't enough. Now, we obviously all have a ton of growth, but inherently we are perfect, whole, and complete. Michelangelo used to say that he did not create the sculptures. The sculptures were already in the marble. All he did was remove what didn't belong. That is the process of accepting and opening up to what's so. To opening up gently to what's so is becoming more of who we really are, because we're being clear about what's happening in the present moment without the story. And it's beginning to remove all those things that are unlike us. Let me give out a shout out to, we had a lot of people join in. Dorota, Kalanick, Sally, what's up? Melissa, Kelly, Nikki, Chris again, Georgina, hello, Bobby. So great you guys are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So opening up gently to life, full acceptance of what's happening in the present moment, being completely available and responding accordingly, right? This is bringing awareness. So our old patterns, our old thought forms, our old habits tend to stay. The only way that they stay around is this thinking that I'm not enough right now, and if I only could change, it would be better. If I could only do something different, I would be better. That is actually keeping, we think wanting to change is going to help us to change. And we think accepting what's so might mean that we're consenting to what's so, and might be signaling to the universe that we're okay with the way it is. That's how I used to think. But here's the truth. Here's the truth, that the more I try and get out of the cycle that I'm in, the more I stay in it. The more I try and improve and get better because who I am right now isn't acceptable, the more I'm locking in those old thought patterns of not enoughness, lack, limitation, doubt, worry. But when I can be in the present moment, right here, right now, and open up gently to what's so, then I can bring my awareness to the present moment. I can bring my awareness to what I'm feeling. I don't know, but right now I'm feeling completely overwhelmed. Okay, that's it. I'm noticing how I'm feeling. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just how I'm feeling. Now, when I bring my awareness to that, it suddenly starts to dissipate. It doesn't have as much power. I haven't kept feeding it with my story, right? Oh, that's it. Or right now I'm feeling lazy. I'm procrastinating. Okay, come on, procrastination. That's what I say sometimes. You want to watch some more Star Trek? Sit down right here. Me and procrastination are going to watch some Netflix. This is the acceptance, because we all know that when we're procrastinating and we're mad at ourselves because we're procrastinating, we really should be doing something that we're not doing, and we're not doing it. And the more we think about what we should be doing, the more we're not doing it, right? We've all been there. So what if we actually loved it in? There was a lady in ceremony last night that she said that she learned the way to transmute things that you're afraid of is to love them, to invite them in. She said she had these, like, they looked like tormentors from Harry Potter, right? And they were swirling around her and she got scared. And then she remembered this and she invited them in and they transmuted into light, right? This is it. Tim, brother, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Vegan Ninja, right on. Melissa, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is it. Being present to what's so, acknowledging what's so, loving it up without rejecting it, without condemning it. Because condemnation, think about it, when you're doing something maybe that you don't like, but then someone else comes up and condemns you for it, it's not liberating. It's not liberating. When somebody tells you what you should do, you know, you're really doing this, you shouldn't do that. Does that help you? Does that ever, like, well, you really shouldn't be eating that dessert, you gained a little bit of weight. Oh, thanks. I'm going to eat that whole ice cream now. You should really quit smoking. That always helps a smoker stop. That, right? Talk to any addict. You really should stop doing heroin. Yeah, I would love to. Right? We all would love to stop those compulsive behaviors. The only way that we begin, I think that's part of why AA starts off with, hi, my name is Frank and I'm an alcoholic, right? Because admitting the truth is the first time we're not lying to ourselves. And then we're free. Accepting it. Acceptance is the key to liberation. Condemnation and judgment and opinion never liberate. So I want to take the last few minutes here and just ask you to do this on your own. When next time you're in a meditative state, right, to get fully present, do a little meditation and then start removing things from yourself. Like take away all the ideas of who you are, your gender, your age, your race, your sibling order, who you were in school, you're an athlete, all the labels, what your job is, take it all away. Take that away. Take that away. Take away your anticipation. Take away your expectation. Take away your need to control, right? Just take away anticipation and expectation and the expectations that you have about yourself, how you should be acting, how you should be thinking, what you should be doing. Take it away, take it away, take it away. Keep taking those things away. And you get to a point as you keep removing your beliefs, your belief systems, your opinions, your judgments, your principles. Keep taking it away, taking it away, taking it away. What's left? What's left? It's you. There's something real there. There's something more than all of those things. And it's that thing, whatever that is, that's the real you. That's the truth of who you are, the eternal you that's always there and will always be there. That's the part of you that's never hurt, harmed, or endangered. That's the part of you that's already perfect, whole, and complete. And the healing of all the things that you want to fix about yourself and all the things that I want to fix about myself, the healing of those is in the revealing of that truth, that eternal thing that's in me without my story. Me without my story, me without my opinions and judgments, me without my identity of, brother, Lebanese, gay, straight, married, single, male, female, whatever your nationality is, whatever your political association is, take it away, take it away, take it away. Then you get to what's real, what's eternal, what's unchanging. That's right here. That's right now. Access that, baby. baby. Okay. The power of now, Eckhart Tolle. And then someone said Eckhart is also an animal abuser. I don't know anything about that. I'm not saying one way or the other, but I do know this. Eckhart Tolle, or Tolle, changed his name to Eckhart. That's not his real name. Eckhart after Meister Eckhart, who was a Dominican friar during the Spanish Inquisition. And if you ever have a chance to read any of Meister Eckhart's writings, you think you were reading a contemporary. It's so beautiful. It's from the 1500s. Anyway, that is our talk. That is our talk today. Anne and Ilona and Vegan Ninja Pirate. Thank you. Tim, thank you. Thank you, Dorota. Thank you, everybody. Melissa, Georgina, Nikki, Sally, Chris. I appreciate you all. Sending you so much love, peace, and richest blessings. Thank you. We'll see you soon.